In today's video, you will learn how to detect new and returning visitors to your WordPress website using MailOptin. So we're going to show a different opt-in based on which category they fall into, either a new visitor or a returning visitor. To begin, we'll hover over MailOptin and click on Opt-in Campaigns. And next, we'll add a new campaign. And I'm going to go ahead and name mine New Visitors. All right, moving on, I'm going to go ahead and select a template. We can use this one. And that's going to take us to the opt-in builder, where we can see a preview of our opt-in here, and we have our settings on the left. So here we can make general changes to the opt-in's design. We can add a display effect also. Now, if we go back, we'll see an option to make changes to the headline, which we'll need to do for our example. I'm going to go ahead and rename this to New Visitors. Okay, so that's good. Moving on, you'll have the option to go through this menu to make changes to the other opt-in elements, or you can simply click an element in the preview. So here we have our form fields where we can choose to use custom HTML. You can use a call to action button only, or you can use the traditional fields. They're also customizable. You can simply click on each one to open its settings. If you want to, you can also add a custom field. Now right below, we'll see options to customize our button. We'll keep the default option for this one, and we're going to move back to configuration. Here we can hide the close button, disable the escape key, close the overlay on click, select a sound effect, and configure our cookie duration. We can also remove MailOptin's branding. We'll go back again and we'll move on to integrations. And here we can choose to keep our leads inside of MailOptin simply by toggling this switch, or we can add a new integration. In my case, this is going to be MailerLite. The next step will be to select an email list. So let's use tutorials from MailerLite, and we'll go back. Let's go to after conversion. This is what happens after a lead converts. So we'll keep the default settings. We're just showing this success message, and we'll move on to display rules. This determines how and when the opt-in gets triggered. We'll use new versus returning visitors. And first off, we'll use the new visitor option. We'll activate the rule. Then we'll go ahead and save our changes. We'll turn the opt-in on. Then we'll move back to our main menu. And then we're going to move on to our next campaign type. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the X, and then that should take me to the main dashboard. And here in the actions menu, I'm going to click on these three dots and click on duplicate. So visually, we're going to make this slightly different. And our main difference will be the targeting for returning visitors. So I'm going to click on this action button, and our first action here will be to change the name of this campaign to returning visitors. So we'll do that and click on update. And once that is complete, we'll click on the headline and we're going to change new visitors to returning visitors. We'll also add a small change, which will be to click on the button in the field settings and change it to red. We can now go back and go to display rules, new versus returning visitors, and make this one returning visitors. Once we're done, we can save our changes. We'll turn the opt-in on. And here I'm just going to go ahead and copy this website URL, just this portion, and I will paste this in a new window in a different browser. Let's see what happens. So here's our new visitor campaign. Next, we're going to see what happens if we were to close this browser completely and open it again and revisit this same website. So now, as you can see, we have our returning visitor campaign. So this is how you show different opt-in campaigns to different visitor types on your WordPress website. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.